Hi, everybody. SVSmith here. I seriously do not want to put out this video, but unfortunately, I have to. Don't mind where I am. This is my working shed. This is where I write all my books and come to find peace and quiet. Also, don't mind the lighting, please. It's not late at night, but it's late. I decided to wait till my kids were in bed to come out and do this video. So, a lot of you have been asking me in the comments on Dream whether or not I was going to finish His Luna, Her Choice. I do have plans to finish that book. I was on my way to finishing that book, and right now it was going through its second round of editing. The problem that I've run into is that Stary refuses to let me publish on any other platforms. Now, when I signed their contract, I was told at first that it was a non-exclusive contract. But then when I went to actually sign the contract, it changed to an exclusive contract. I have no legal background. I had no idea what an exclusive contract even was, although I had a general idea. And me being me a couple of years ago, didn't bother to do the research, and I signed the contract. I will take full responsibility. I did. I signed the contract. I am aware that I signed the contract. The problem lies in if I had known what I was signing and the conditions that came with that contract, I never in a million years would have signed that contract. In the beginning of the contract, it states that the author or licensee or licensor. One sec. The licensor, which is me, the licensor is the sole and exclusive owner or licensee, as the case may be, of the copyright in the works as hereinafter defined. The licensor, which is Stary, has agreed to grant and entrust to the licensee an exclusive right and license to exploit the works in accordance with the terms and conditions and in the manner as set forth hereinafter in this agreement. Pretty straightforward. So I gave Stary exclusive rights to publish my work on their platforms, Dream, Ringdom, and an audio one that they have too. I actually don't know the name. Could be Ringdom, not sure. Um, so I gave them the right to publish my works. That was all. That's all I did. The problem that I'm having arrives in this email, which I'm not going to share due to, well, I'm going to quote it, but I'm not going to post it on screen. From my editor or agent, whatever. Um, our marketing team is paying a lot of advertising dollars to promote your book, The Heartless Alpha. And as a result, you're earning over XYZ per month on Stary. So have you thought about the fact that some readers may have traveled to Amazon to buy your ebooks after seeing ads on our platform promoting your books? I would like to point out right now that I have an author website, which is www.authorsvsmith.com. I own it. Well, Wix owns it. I own the domain name. I have promoted my books on there for the last couple months. And I've also been promoting my books on my TikTok, my Instagram, and my Facebook page. And I've also been promoting through word of mouth. My husband has been promoting for me, my mother, my sister, her husband. They've all been promoting for me. So, yeah. If you hadn't posted those books on Amazon, then those readers might have purchased them on Dream, and then you would have made even more revenue on Stary. As I've told you in every email I've sent you, your books are under an exclusive copyright licensing agreement with our platform, which means, and I'm quoting, that you have exclusively licensed the copyrights to these books to us. Earlier yesterday morning, I woke up to an email from Amazon saying that my account had been suspended and my books had been blocked from sale. I'd had pre-orders for His Luna, Her Choice, which I unfortunately had to cancel. I had orders for The Heartless Alpha and Midnight Wolf, sorry, Midnight Wolf, both that I had to cancel. I apologize so sincerely to my readers. I have already made it clear that those who have purchased His Luna, Her Choice as a pre-order on Amazon will be compensated by me personally with a free copy in any format that they choose, whether it be ebook, paperback, probably not hardcover because I don't really do hardcovers, but I will be compensating. I have obtained legal aid because I have explained to Stary that I legally own the ISBNs through the Canadian government. I legally own the copyright documentation through the Canadian government, and I have not given them the copyrights to my books. I have given them the right to publish my book on their platforms. That is all I did. But for some reason, they are telling me that I have committed copyright infringement and they own the covers and the content of all of my work, including ones that have not been written yet, aka the sequels, His Luna, Her Choice, the sequel to Don't Tempt Me, the sequels to The Princess's Keeper, which is a new YA series that I have started. They are telling me they own the copyrights to all of it. I have given them all of my invoices saying that I own the copyrights to the covers because I paid for them through Midlart, and when I paid for them, all the copyrights were transferred to me. I have given them screenshots that I own the legal ISBNs through the Canadian government, through the CRA, and I have provided them with not the actual documents because I don't feel comfortable sharing those particular documents with Stary, but I have provided them with written notification that I own the copyrights through the Canadian government, through the CRA, that I purchased the legal copyrights to all of my books. Regardless of all of that, they have told me that when I signed that contract, I signed over my copyrights. It didn't matter if I changed the cover 100 times, they would still own the copyrights to the covers. It didn't matter if I paid for the covers or if they paid for the covers, they would still own the copyrights. I have been told many, many things that are simply just not true. I feel trapped. I feel owned. And I feel incredibly depressed. I have created characters that I love. I have created characters that I hate. I have cried over these characters. I have mourned with these characters. I've felt so emotional over certain scenes and then debated on other scenes, taken things away, add things in. I've put so much time and effort into every single one of my books, and then on top of that, have paid hundreds of dollars to have them edited and copy edited and line edited and proofread and developmentally edited, and then paid hundreds of dollars for covers, and for someone else to come in and say, too bad, we own it. It doesn't matter the work you did. It doesn't matter the time that you spent. You put it with us. We own it. So I'm here to tell all of my readers, unfortunately, that I'll no longer be updating on Dream. I am not going to feed in to them stealing my work any longer. I have obtained legal aid, as I said. Hopefully they will be able to help me terminate all contracts with Stary so I can move on and publish back on Amazon without anybody intimidating me or bullying me or threatening me with legal lawsuits that they really have no right to bring against me. I am so sincerely sorry to every single one of my readers. I never imagined that something like this was ever going to happen. I never imagined that I would have to prove that I own the copyrights to my own books. Doesn't really make sense when you say it, but it's happening. And I'd also like to warn my readers. You might love Dream, you might love the platform, you might love the stories, and that's totally fine, but I'm not the first author to be burned by Stary, and I didn't know that when I signed with them. I would highly suggest that all of my readers stay far, far away from Starry, aka Dream, aka Ringdom. Just don't do it. Don't get sucked in like I did. I was young, stupid, I was naive. I just really wanted to get my work out there and my foot in the door, and I'm paying for it, and I'm paying for it horribly. And honestly, so are all of you. And I'm I can't even express how it feels to sit there and say, well, now I have to change my pen name. Now I have to change the name of the books. Now I have to do this, this, this. And, I shouldn't have to. It's not fair to me, but it's especially not fair to anyone who is a fan of my books. I write not for myself, I write for other people. And it is incredibly depressing that I have to sit here and tell them, I'm sorry, you can no longer have my content unless you buy it off of this particular reading app. And you cannot own it for yourself. You cannot have a paperback. You cannot have a hardcover. You cannot have an ebook that you can keep forever. And you don't have to pay for over and over and over again if you want to reread it. I can't tell you that now. And I really wish I could. It's the reason I went with Amazon in the first place. But I can't tell you that anymore. And I'm so sorry. I'm going to wrap this up. If you want, you can do your own research on story writing. There's tons of information on Reddit about their contracts and how scammy they are. There is actually tons of information all over the internet that I really wish I had read years ago, but I didn't. But I'm telling you now, I've looked on YouTube, and this might be one of the only videos on YouTube that tells you to stay away from this company and gives you all of the information. For anybody who wants more information, you can contact me in the comments. You can contact me through my website, which is again www.author.svsmith.com. You can contact me on social media. And if anybody is going through the same issue that I'm going through with Stary, or has gone through the same issue and would like to share their stories, then again, you can reach out to me on my website or my social media or down in the comments, and I will try to get back to you as soon as possible. So that's it. I sincerely apologize once again. I will continue to sincerely apologize, and just take my advice. It's pretty good advice.